first cue for you and things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Board. Board games. That's what we're going to play. Board games to finish off our day. I am starting off the evening with a little bit of singing. We are going to start with Q for You, where we come up with phrases like you do. Then we'll play a bit of MELL, working on words hopefully you can spell.
Ah, very good.
Board games, that's what we're going to play. Board games to finish off our day.
That's more excellent than a whole day.
Oh, is that a wee bicycle horn you used to finish off there, James?
I got it from a board game, actually. It's from Viz, the board game.
Nice.
It comes with an air horn. Fantastic.
So, just to go over, for anyone who's watching this afterwards, it is Tuesday, 8:10 p.m. And like we do basically every Tuesday since, what's it been, March? When was Aircon?
Middle of March?
Yeah, since
It must have
March.
been before things happened in March, so it must have been in March.
Yeah.
It was in March at some point. Since March, every Tuesday we've been playing games, and it has turned into the Tuesday Trials, which means that we're trying out new games, putting a wee spin on them. Tonight we've got two should be fairly quick games. We've got Q for You and MELL. Now, as we always do, let's start off with introductions. Let's go round, give our names and something that we've been enjoying in the past week. So, I am Bez, and one of my highlights was that I was really chuffed with how my cats worked out. I was going to show you these cats, but I might not be able to. Drew them up in pride colours because of James' actually non-binary flag, and they're like yellow, pink, black, and was quite chuffed. And so now it's just a case of sending them all out. And I've been doing a little bit of playing games with housemates, with McCall, Chris, and we played Pandemic Legacy Season 2, which has continued to bring joy. And I've been continuing to do a bit of walking around thanks to Ingress, which is motivating me to continually get out of the house. Yay, just for that bit of daily exercise. Oh, and if people might know me because I made Yogi, which is a game, here's a version, I think this is Italian maybe, Il ghiaccio spassoso delle pose folli. That's the tagline in Italian.
Game of... Yeah, I can't speak Italian. Il gioco is the game, isn't it?
I think the word for play, and if it's anything like Spanish, definitely in Spanish, the word for game and to play are the same thing, which is quite interesting. But yeah, that is me. I am Bez, and let's move on to lovely friend from The Only Way, James.
Hello, I'm James. I'm from Essex. Thank you for the introduction, Bez. What can I say about me that hasn't already been said in these weeks of online conversation? There, I've been a poster boy for Alan Alton. Yeah, I know he kind of loves all that. I just enjoy playing games and having fun. Really. What more can I say? Just a lovely chap. You know, I'm on Tinder. If you want to hook up with me later on, that's fine. What else can I say about me? I don't know.
I mean, you've been doing bits of ice cream eating lately. Any favourite flavours?
Actually, today I took our friend out to go shopping with them to help them buy some stuff if they're moving into their new house, and it's a treat. They treated me to a waffle with ice cream on it, which is quite nice. So I had
lovely.
hazelnut and chocolate flavour, which I really enjoyed. With not Kinder, what was it? Fair Rochers, I think, on it. It's quite nice. Yeah, I mean, my favourite ice cream flavours. Oh, there you go. Oh, I like a bit of pistachio, I like hazelnut chocolate, like peanut butter. I'm partial to rum and raisin as well.
I've not come across peanut butter ice cream.
Sorry?
I've not come across peanut butter ice cream. Sounds nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice. I like Amarinos because you get all the different flavours in one cone, all the, like little petal shapes. They're really nice. But yeah.
So moving on to Tom Cauldron, who's got their very own card in the L deck with their initials TC.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't planned that way; it just happened. I should say.
I've got JK as well.
No, you don't. It's AJ. You've got AJ, which is kind of like James in reverse.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, one day, if you help me out at a few more conventions, I will make you a T-shirt that says JK on it. Just like I did for Jason Hodgson. Then you two can feel like you are better than the L deck, like you've superseded it.
You can't be a T-shirt as an extra card.
Oh, it should be at some point. Everyone's just running around, and instead of shuffling cards, you get everyone to wear a different T-shirt, and everyone's just mixing together. That would be a fun game.
You got to make a party of people who spell a word. It's a massive broom thing, like 2 rooms and a boom. You can do it at conventions.
Yeah.
Oh, it's designing games on the spot. It's great. Yes. Who am I? As well as having a card nail deck, I play games. I've designed a game for the L deck called Categorical, which is in production shortly, I believe.
It is.
I've been hanging around playing games most weeks since. Yeah, that's Holly in the background. She's not normally in the background, but we've suddenly got a new camera which suddenly has a much wider field of view for some reason, so it's not just me. She has promised not to swear.
Only because I'm not crocheting.
Yeah, she's been trying to learn to crochet today, and there's been a lot of swearing, but she's trying to tone it down. That's a project.
Sure, you can keep it clean there, Polly. Okay, and finally we've got Andrew Dennison. Lars Dennison, I should say.
Andrew Lasblas Dennison. In body and digital, perhaps not spirit. I have a pulse and about half a spare brain cell. That's I didn't make anything last week because I was snowed under with stuff, and today I have also been snowed under with stuff, but I decided I should make the effort to come and do games, which I have done probably on average weekly since we started doing this. I don't know. I would have to count. I had something to do with Wibble and alphabetical, most specifically, and occasionally I have thoughts that are more profound than these. In fact, most of the time.
That is totally fair. Is there... If you can think of anything that you've been enjoying recently or anything, just chime in. But for now...
I used up 3 2 weeks ago, so I'm invoking my Joker. I've just been slaving for the last week and a bit. So I enjoyed those then, and I plan to enjoy things again back end of this week once end month happens, because, you know, small business, end month billing, make money. Try not to disappoint all your clients. That sort of stuff, you know. So yeah,
I've enjoyed receiving some beautiful stickers in the post.
Yeah, one of the things I need to do is actually send Bez my address so that she can send me stickers. She knows my address; it hasn't changed in 9 years, but nonetheless,
I mean, you are expecting me to kind of take the step of chasing you down through other means, and
yeah, it's far too much like work. You see,
And-
you're expecting me to open an email account that isn't my professional account and to actually consume the contents therein and action it, which is equally unlikely.
I mean,
in all honesty, I should do it. I need to remember to do it. In fact, you know what? I'm going to open my email up in the background here and find that while I'm thinking about it, because reasons.
Fair enough.
I could write a post-it, but it would get lost in amongst the other post-its.
So now we have a little bit of insight into Andra Losblust Denison's terrible organization system, dare I say.
Well, it's not terrible, it's just overloaded. It's really quite a good system most of the time. It just, like all systems, it has a finite capacity, and I've exceeded it.
Is there a story behind you being Andrew Losblust Denison, rather than just Andrew Denison?
Yes. If you own the original copy of Inner Bind, I went to On the Games Expo in cosplay for Battletech, which was my MechWarrior persona. And that was the outfit I was wearing when Bez was drawing the original Inner Bind art. And I can't remember why we all ended up in the deck. Was it just you were adding people at random, Bez, or was it a prize? I can't remember.
And I think you, contributed extra for the privilege. So you actually, it was some sorts of pledge thing, and if there was like 5 people, I think, who took me up on that, which was yourself, Gotcha, Joao, who I know from Glasgow, someone, pole dancer from Glasgow. There was someone else who said, okay, I've paid you the money, but I don't want to be in the deck. Instead, I would like you to draw a red panda. And I said, wait, and I didn't even know at the time what a red panda was. I thought they meant a panda that's red. And I'm like, the deck's going to be in black and white. And he said, oh no,
smaller one.
A red panda is a different type of thing. And then I looked it up, and sure enough, it's a red panda. And yeah, so that was a fun wee thing.
So yeah, that's the story of that. But yes, I am therefore. Well, I'm not credited on that one. It appears on. I can't remember where it appears. On Wibble, I'm just credited with my name. But yes, my character in the limited edition Inner Bind original is my MechWarrior pilot. So there you go. Random stuff. I've still got the helmet around here somewhere.
I feel like we should kind of get into the habits of when games are being printed, sorts of say how many times it's been printed. I think that would be quite a nice thing. Like with books, you get first printing, second printing, 10th printing, whatever. I think that so with the original Inner Bind, I mean the original, the very first printing, and the second printing, there is no discernible difference, except that the second editions were the only ones to be cello wrapped. So the first editions were not cello wrapped, but so if you've actually opened it up, there's no way to tell them apart. Whereas it would be quite nice if, I don't know, there was like a little mark on the tuck box or something, which is something that I might do going forward.
New titles. Yeah.
Making
I
a little
want to say
change.
one of mine might be a first edition, and then I got a bunch of seconds. It depends which ones the Kickstarter ones were.
Oh, those were all first editions because, it's the first printing. I sent it out to the Kickstarter, and then it was basically a year, and it was like, oh, wow, I'm basically sold out. Well, I'll print another 2,000 now, and...
In which case, I've got technically both, because you gave me some cellophane-wrapped ones at a later stage for something I did for you. I forget.
Well...
There was something, and there was things.
Let's move on to Q for You, which is a game by Isaac Shalev with some major tweaks by me. I couldn't have some...
It has the same DNA as Alphabetical does in the Wibble deck. There was an original concept, and we're now onto some well-evolved variant. Which is to say, I no longer know what's going on.
In Q4U, there's going to be some prompts, and you're going to give creative answers to these prompts. So, for example, it might be, what is something that you wouldn't want to have in your bed? Now, within this answer, there's going to be some letters.
I've done that, and she's no longer there, so...
It's going to be some What?
That's it. James has broken.
Okay. There's going to be... Hopefully, James will be back. I'm not sure. Oh. There you are. What happened there?
I just told a joke and it was so bad I got cut off.
The internet service provider interceded on our behalf and just went, no.
Fair enough. Okay, so
My sense of humour broke the machine.
you are going to get some awkward letters or indeed groups of 2 letters to use together in your answer. For each bonus cards that you use, let's call them, even though they're not technically going to be seen as cards, for each bonus card, you will get 1 point.
Each bonus
Unless,
letter.
so let's give an example. For the first round, the bonus cards, which is the reason that I'm not saying bonus letter, they are TH and ER. So you've got to use TH together and then ER together. Actually, that's a bit...
If you do both, you get an extra point.
You get 2 points for using both.
Okay, and if we do just one, do we get 1
1 point.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So in other words, if our answer includes the something, which doesn't use the second 2 letters, I'd get a bonus point.
Correct.
Got it.
And
Quick.
on each subsequent round...
Can you split a pair of letters over 2 words? So like
The Robin.
royal family.
The royal family? Let's say that would totally work.
Okay,
So long as the letters are consecutive in the order they are stated, you get a
Right.
bonus point,
great.
Yes.
irrespective of spacing and punctuation.
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, the Robin as your answer gets you 2 bonus points over and above the points you get for the answer itself.
Exactly.
I don't like that rule. I think that's a cop out.
What, allowing it to run over the end of a word?
Yeah, make it hard for yourself, isn't it? I think we're seasoned players at this game. We can make it a little bit more
I'm not.
challenging than that.
I don't know. It seems fair.
So, well, each round we're going to get 1 more bonus card compared to the previous one. And so it is going to get harder and harder. And there's one little more wrinkle, which is that at the end, we're all going to vote points if we can, or maybe we'll hold a little bit of paper up if you can make little bits of paper and say whose answer we found the most amusing or
Ooh, that's new.
enjoyable, and that person will also get 1 bonus point.
Can you vote for yourself?
No, you have to vote for someone else.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
this is a game that anyone can play along. You can play along in the comments if you want, or you can just watch us and you can vote for who you think was the best if you want to do that.
Vote for me, please.
No, vote for me.
Not
Don't
him.
vote for me.
No, vote for him.
I'm not feeling inspired. Anything I say is purely coincidental.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're already tearing it up.
Got some that I've prepared earlier.
I haven't got that far. I
What
do
have
the
I
holding
got
up.
above the word James? Is that bunny ears?
It was from these are from previous weeks, and I think on that week you were wearing bunny ears for some reason. So
Cool.
yeah.
What do you mean for some reason? Isn't that what everyone does normally all the time?
Okay, for some reason you're not wearing bunny ears this week. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
what's
what
up
exactly
with that,
it was.
James? I mean,
Yeah,
where
why am I
are
wearing
these
bunny
bunny ears? Come on. What the bacon is up with that?
Right, 2 minutes. I'll be back for one.
Okay, I'm glad to see James is convincing.
Normal service has resumed.
Okay, so we are going to have 90 seconds for each thing, and we are going to have a little topic, which for... Are you there, James?
Very festive.
Nice. I like
There
it.
we are, reindeers.
Okay, so is everyone ready? You've got to try, ideally, and use both the bonus letters, but also, ideally, try and make something that other people might vote for, might like. Just starting up a timer now. The bonus letters are and or. Those are the bonus cards.
And the full
What about
stop.
THERs?
The full
THER
stop
still
is
a
just there to distinguish them.
Okay.
No, Bez, is THER still a bonus as well?
No, just these ones. I changed it
Okay.
because I felt like we discussed them too much.
Okay, cool.
Because otherwise everyone was going to say the Royal Family or the Robin. And what is a pizza topping that might just work? So
Are we still trying to obey the original rules of the game, something to do with up to 20 letters and stuff, or have we moved on from that?
well, the longest, it needs to be at least 10 letters,
Uh-huh.
and the longest one gets disqualified as far as the bonus cards go.
Okay, and what do you score for the answer itself? 1 point per letter?
No, ignore that. Forget
Okay.
that. Forget that completely. It's just 1 point per bonus
Per
card.
bonus. Okie dokie.
So if you use the letters ER in that order, you get 1 point. For using OR in that order, you get another point.
Okay, have we started?
Yes, we have.
Oh no.
What is a pizza topping that might just work? A pizza topping that might just work. Actually, okay, I've got my answer. There's 30 seconds left. Smell that ink. This ink smells of victory. 15 seconds left. Yeah. 10, 9.
Okay, I've scribbled out the first album there. Something slightly better. Or maybe worse. Who knows?
Okay, so pens down.
This is going to
Everyone
be bad.
ready?
No.
So I'm going to. We've got Bez, Tom, Andrew, and James. So my answer was beer battered oranges. Because, I know this is a bit weird, but I think that the oranges give the pizza a good bit of, moisture in it. If you're a fan of Hawaiian pizza with that pineapple, why not go for another citrus fruit, the orange? But, the orange might just turn the pizza into mush. Maybe it's a bit too wet. So that's why you get the beer battering going on to contain that moisture. Do you know what I mean? So beer battered oranges is the way to go.
Well, I thought oranges might work as well. I think pineapples are good. Why not oranges? But I thought you needed something to sort of add a different note, so I went for oranges and herring. Orange and herring.
Okay.
Oh, very good. I did have mixed herbs, mainly oregano, but it was a bit long, so I went for orange and herring. So
Oh, I like the way that you've got the lines to
I know.
see
so
exactly.
count up. I just know exactly where it is. Yeah.
That's
very
far too
smart.
organised.
Nice. I should do that with squared paper next time.
Yeah.
Andrew, what was your answer?
I also had oranges on the brain. And a former favourite type of pizza I used to have, which was the Meteor from Domino's, and I thought that the orange Meteor would be a thing. In the sort of Christmassy meats with citrus fruits vein.
Yeah,
That was my logical progression. So the orange Meteor.
Okay. So we've all used both the things, and finally, James.
So we are in.
Well, I've gone for a flavour pizza that's already available. It's very common, very popular in the shops. All the places sell it. But I'm just being honest about what it contains, because I think you can get away with this ingredient if you knew what actually it was. So what I've gone for is a horse meat pepperoni,
Okay.
because nobody really knows what that meat is made out of, do they? Really? But now we do, and we just about get away
pepperoni?
with that.
Pepperoni, isn't it?
Pepperoni is made of pork, I think.
It depends where you buy it from, doesn't it? We think it's made of pork, but is it? You know, all these sort of factories that produce whatever you want to produce. It's horse meat pepperoni. Just about get away with that.
So now we vote for our favourites. So is it the beer battered oranges? Is it?
Orange and herring.
Is it?
Orange Meteor. What were the letters? I think I've screwed this up.
No, you got it. OR and
ER.
ER.
I totally haven't got ER.
No.
I totally managed to botch it and not get ER in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Meteor isn't spelt the way I think it was. Or rather, I've spelt it correctly and my brain messed that up. But the Orange Meteor, yes.
Or finally, is it?
Horse meat pepperoni.
Okay. So anyone in the comments who wants to join in, just feel free to let us know who was your favourite, and we are going to choose ourselves which answer is our favourite. I've got mine.
And you can't
here.
vote for yourself, no?
You can't vote for yourself.
And this is before we disqualify the longest answer.
Correct.
Okay.
I think we've all been fairly conservative.
Everyone ready?
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1, reveal. I like James.
That's the only one I would actually try, I think.
Tom, and what was yours, Andrew?
Tom.
Hey. So that's
So we have a tie.
So, James and Tom, you get 1 point each, because if it's a tie, that's what happens.
hey.
And finally, mine was 17.
How many peas in pepperoni?
Oh, at least 10.
Mine was 12.
P-E-P-P.
That's what I thought. Yeah, 5, 9, 10.
E-E-P. Oh, pepperoni.
I've got 16 letters.
I feel
And-
comfortable with my 12.
Okay, James.
18.
Oh,
That's
mine was
unfortunate.
19.
Ooh.
Oh, Bez's was 19. Okay, that's unfortunate.
So, I had 19, 18, 12, and yep, so currently in the lead with 3 points are Tom and James, with 1 point is Andrew, and with 0 points is me. But it's all to play for, because
So
we're
you don't
going
get points for number of letters. Just
No.
So technically,
Three
the optimum
bonuses.
answer is in fact 10 letters long.
Yeah, if you can work out how to do that, for sure.
10 letters and using all the bonuses. Okay, that's I'm going to internalize that. That's different to how I would have played the game previously. So you actually, it is now in your interest to make a short answer, whereas previously it was interested to make a long answer, but not the longest answer. Now short is always better.
that's interesting.
But I crossed out my 23 letter long answer first.
It's probably for the best.
Hmm.
Okay,
Perhaps there
so-
should be a bonus point for the second longest answer. Top one gets disqualified, second longest gets a bonus point. Then you're just messing with people. That just seems confusing.
Yeah, it seems a bit random. You can't really plan for that, can you?
I don't know. Okay.
So in
Let's do-
round 2, the bonuses are double E, double O, and CR.
Okay.
And
How are you deriving these? Are these Wibble cards? No, they can't be Wibble cards because there's duplicate
No.
letters.
they were based on things that are common within words. That was where I started off,
Cool.
but not super common. Something you're looking forward to. What is something you're looking forward to? And I'm starting the timer. 1 minute 45 seconds. Something you're looking forward to. Something you're looking forward to. It could be this week, it could be next year. But ideally
Could
using
or could not have these letters in it. EE is fairly horrible.
I must be able to find this somewhere.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay. I've put something down with 40 seconds to go.
I have got mine with presumably slightly less than that.
Hmm.
I am unsatisfied about the number of letters, but I'm just going to have to wing it.
Oh,
I had to fudge some of the words, but we'll see how it goes.
Mm.
Actually, I'm going to...
Change everything. I haven't got enough brain
20
cells.
seconds.
I'm sticking.
12 seconds.
I'm just going to screw myself with my original answer and be happy because that's as good as it's going to get.
Okay, with 1 second to go. Okay,
Well played.
everyone ready? James? Pencils down. So, my original answer was creeping into a book.
oh,
But I didn't quite like that because I could interpret that two ways. Either like I'm hoping to make a book, and so like my name would creep into it, but I've already technically become part of a book thanks to Dice and Ink, and the notion of reading it, like, oh, lovely.
that one.
But then I thought, what I'm really looking forward to is going back to Germany, near where my sibling and my nibblings live, splashing in a creek or brook.
Does the slash count as a letter?
Splashing.
There's a
No, the slash is
between
not
creek and
a letter, it's a punctuation.
Okay.
Punctuations do not count.
Just checking.
Noted. I will be abusing ampersand to its logical conclusion for the rest of this game.
That is fair.
Just saying.
Splashing in a creek or a brook. Who would not like going and visiting their family and just having a bit of a splash around?
That sounds nice, yes. And nibblings is a great word. I have gone for seeing good friends, which you may know
Aw.
doesn't have a CR in it, but it is nice. So, you know.
That's very nice. Andrew.
I will be, at some point when I get round to it, crafting a free door.
Crafting a free door. What do you
Yes.
mean by a free door?
I have a cupboard in my downstairs lavatory which lacks a door, and I have wood. Ergo, at some point, I will craft a free door. This has been a job I've been trying to do for several months, and due to the fact that I have mysteriously not ended up with nothing on my to-do pile, I have failed to craft a free door to date, and I therefore now look forwards to the opportunity to craft a free door.
So you're basically looking forward to having the time to do this.
More specifically, yes.
Okay.
I will
And
enjoy.
James.
I do enjoy some carpentry. You know, there's something satisfying about a bit of wood cutting.
James?
Hello. Okay. I've just got 3 random words. I've got crisps, cheese, and food.
Crisps.
That's the thing you can
cheese,
look forward to.
I think because the two are foods, I think we have to disqualify it. You know, I think had you come up with a unique third word, we'd have been away there. But you know,
I mean, we
Cheese,
are allowed
cheese,
to, at
crisps.
any point, decide if we think something's disqualified, and then we have a
However-
vote. But first,
Probably.
there is an order. First, we vote for who is our favourite. Was it splashing in a creek or brook? Was it?
Seeing good friends.
Was it?
Nice.
crafting a free door. Sorry, the focus is off.
Or
Crisps, cheese, and food.
Ooh.
I know who is my favourite answer out of them.
Yeah, but I don't want to vote for them because they'll always win. But we'll do it anyway.
Ooh, favoritism in gaming.
Tactical voting.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
Never.
3, 2, 1. Ooh. Tom, Bez, Andrew, and what was that on yours, Andrew?
Tom again.
Okay, so Tom wins the bonus point.
Hey.
And so now I just
Funny, but it was nice.
It
I
was
liked
nice.
Andrew's because Andrew revealed something about himself.
What did you reveal again?
That I occasionally like doing DIY type things and making stuff.
Okay.
And they want to craft a free door. They have some wood that needs to be crafted into a door.
What is a free door?
It's
A
a
door
door
you didn't
that's
pay
free.
for.
So I suspect you may have bought the wood. So is it really free?
I mean, technically speaking, the wood was procured as part of my built-in kitchen and was
right.
from the skip of wood that was being disposed of by the people who did said kitchen. Ergo, I had technically paid for it, but on the other hand, they were going to throw it away. So morally, I deem it to be free. And so far as
that's great.
Yeah, I severely skip dive contractors when they do stuff around my property, which is rarely because I do a lot of my own stuff. But
use recycle.
Yeah. I refuse to see good timber and board and stuff go to waste. It always ends up in a pile in the shed or in the loft, pending me having a use for it. And I have a lovely piece of white laminate kitchen door type stuff that just needs to be sized and edged to. Well, it's got two edges. You see, the cupboard's in a corner, so it's got two edges which I can keep are the good edges, and I'll hide the unmade edges and just seal them in the ceiling and the other wall, and thus I will have a free door. But it requires me to find my saw.
My thing was a bit too long, probably. I was 22. What were you, Tom?
17.
I believe I was similar. Crafting is 8, 9 for the A, 17 as well.
James?
16.
16. So
Still not
I
sure
am
about food.
disqualified, and we have a round of voting if we think anything is, if you think that crisps, cheese, and food is to be disqualified.
It seems suspiciously like a good way of using 2 O's without actually finding another food. As I say, if it had been 3 foodstuffs, I would have allowed it.
Or if it had been 3 things, if it was crisps,
Food, drink, and sex, or something.
Then crisps, cheese, and boobs. Maybe those are 3 things that you're looking forward to.
This is not invalid.
Crisps, cheese, and
Zoos.
Zoos, yeah.
Crisps, cheese at the zoo.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not sure about food.
I don't know either.
I feel like you were...
Because I was halfway going through, I was going to go for like sort of Greek food, and then I was like, I changed my Greek to cheese, and then it was something else, and then it's something else.
It's an interesting one, because now we have the compulsion to use the letters all the time. It begs the question, at what point are you just making words that use the letters rather than that form a coherent answer?
That's what
I'm
I thought
going
the whole
to...
point of the game was. Yeah.
I'm going to say no, because it feels like I'm joining Andrew Dennison in this voting.
Right. Well.
So that means that...
oh, poor James. Where's the audience? Where's the audience in chat giving me some support? Where's my fan club?
Anyone yet, but still, you're only 1 point
meeting,
behind Andrew, and you're a 3 whole points ahead of me.
Oh, I don't know. Where's
Tom's
Alan
winning,
Atherton
right?
Yes.
That's what I saw. Good.
You're just happy that you can do maths, right?
Yes. Ish.
Okay. So, the next one that we've got, now we're going for...
4 doodahs.
Exactly. You've got it.
Bonuses. Bonuses is the word I was looking for.
And with these 4 bonuses, we've got OP, TT, FF, and Z.
That's horrible. There aren't even enough vowels. There's one whole vowel in those 7 horrible
Provide your
letters.
own vowel.
You need to add your own vowels.
Add your own vowels. Okie dokie.
And the question is, what makes a good friend? What makes a good friend? So, yeah. What makes a good friend? Try to use all the letters that you can. With 1 minute and 30 to go. Okay, I've got some sort of answer. I'm not using all the things this time. I've learnt my lesson. I'm just going to...
That's the question, isn't it? That's the question.
I know.
Although I shouldn't have said that because I really want
Now we
one
can
other
scheme
person.
around it. Yeah.
I really want you to kind of go up to 25. What makes a good friend with 30, 33, 32, 31 seconds to
That's
go?
just making it more stressful.
What makes a good friend? What do you think? Maybe it's that they have a kitchen sink where they let you wash your hands. Maybe together with this friend you make plans. 10 seconds to go. What makes a good friend? Maybe you know, because you are a good friend, you know. Do you hear that? Out of time.
I couldn't use a Z.
I've used a Z, but FF can just do one. I'm not going to find a use for that one anytime soon.
I think that's a good friend. It's a bit crazy. It's someone who's a bit out there. And what I want is someone who's going to join me in some crazy exercise, and I want them to join me in some utterly zany hopping.
I could have had buffet. I just thought of a use for 2 Fs far too late.
Tom,
Totally zany hopping. I'm with this.
Well, I think an important thing in a friend is that they have no putting off plans. They're not.
Oh, I like that. Yes.
Or no off-putting plans would be equally valid.
Oh yeah, that would work. Yeah, off-putting plans. You don't
And
want
possibly be more like grammar.
That's all plans with Z.
Only if you're an
Oh,
orc.
okay.
I think Bez, offbeat tones.
Oh,
That does say Bez, it's just my writing is awful.
that's very
I
kind
can't
of you.
get that pop into focus. It says Bez.
Z in Bez. It was right there.
And
I'd like
Yeah,
a friend
James.
who could give me coffee shop lattes.
Ooh, that sounds like it might have many of the things in it, apart from the Z.
so
Coffee. Double F.
coffee shop lattes. So
Yeah.
that's 3 of them. And Andrew, everyone had 3 of them.
Yes, I think we all copped out at 3 of them because doing all 4 makes you proportionately long. Colon doesn't count, so 7, 10, 15.
Oh,
Oh,
Should
then we
we
have to
do
vote
this?
first. Which one?
yeah,
we have to vote.
let's vote first. So, is the best answer what makes a good friend? Is it the utterly zany hopping? Is it?
No putting off plans.
Is it?
Liability.
Bez, offbeat tones.
Or is it?
Oh, coffee shop lattes.
We're all right on it this evening. This is the height of focus that you're receiving this Tuesday evening.
Oh, who?
So I think I know which one. Actually,
I've got a choice of 2. I'm not sure which one to go for.
I managed to fill in a survey for something I should have done 2 months ago,
Okay.
so I can have cat stickers.
Everyone ready?
Not even slightly. Yes.
3, 2, 1. Who was your favourite? Tom, Bez, and...
Biz.
Yay! I get the point
Bears gets a point.
for utterly zany hopping. And now, how long were yours? Mine was 18.
Ooh,
I had
17.
15.
16.
Oh,
And Tom?
17.
Oh, again?
I know.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I nearly voted for James's lattes. That's so nice.
Okay. I was tempted by Andrew Denison's, appeal to me, but I thought...
Pandering.
To be honest, it was more about the Z than appealing directly to you. It just popped. There was a Z and friends and the logical chain of things in my brain.
Okay, so... the next one, where we've got...
Oh, can we have scores?
5.
How are we doing? What's the crazy situation? And how many
So
are we
this-
playing to?
We are playing 5 rounds. We've played 3 rounds so far.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, James has 6 points. Andrew Denison has 7 points.
Hey.
Tom
you get 7
has...
points? You haven't won a round yet.
No, I've got 3 points, 3 points, and a point.
Wow, that's really good.
Well, it's about third. So it can't be like
Tom has 9.
Hey,
And I have 1.
correction.
One?
One? You won the
Yeah.
last round.
We keep disqualifying Bez because
oh,
Bez
you keep being
having
one
long
letter
answers.
longer than someone else's, don't you?
Yep. Bez is
Yeah.
being excessively verbose in her answers.
By one letter every time.
That's excessive. By the rules of the game, that is excessive.
God.
The next time, we've got 5. We've got OT, V, TS, Q, and J.
What?
Beginning to feel like an Enigma machine. Take this gibberish and turn it into a message.
What is a hobby or something that you like doing?
Fixing Enigma machines.
145, okay. What is something you like doing?
Hmm.
Oh, I've got a word, but if one word uses both, but uses 2 things, but they overlap, is that still count as 2 bonuses?
Yep.
So the two
Oh,
T's.
so OTS. Could that cover
Yes.
OT and TS?
Yes.
Granted, clever.
Oh, man. Oh,
What's the question again, sorry, Bez? Something you like doing.
at the bottom, you can check with the banner.
How hard do I push my luck? I've got a good answer. But how hard do I push my luck? I have a strategy. I'm sticking with my strategy.
That's some words.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
Those are some words.
yep.
So I had 2 things in one answer. I like 2 things. I like voting. I do actually quite like going to the little, and I also quite like jumping sometimes. So I wasn't quite sure which to put down, so I put voting or jumping.
Fair enough. 2 things.
Well, I would say I like to drop into conversation Some jovial quotations.
Jovial.
This seems like it should be strong. How many letters?
Nice.
How many bonuses does that get you, Tom?
5.
All of them.
I don't think I got the TF. I didn't get the TF.
Didn't
But I
get
got
there,
the
so that's
OT
for
with the
4.
rest of them.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, 4.
My low risk strategy may not pay off. I have gone for using 3 of them to complete lots of quests.
Ooh.
Is that lots of quests?
So I can have the
Really
Q,
nice.
the OT, and the
Oh.
TS. So
And
lots
James?
of quests.
I've got just lots of quizzes.
Just
Similar logic.
lots
Hmm.
of quizzes.
I'm
That's-
playing the low risk strategy here. I'm going for short answers that use a decent number rather than risk going for a long answer that might be the one disqualified.
So,
16, I think.
do we think that the best answer is voting or jumping? Or is it,
Jovial
Jovial
quotations.
is it,
Such as, I don't know, something.
Oh, just got one.
I'm on the screen. Lots of quests.
or is it?
Just lots of quizzes.
Okay, I think I know my favourite, and I've got it in my hand here. Does everyone else?
And me and Tom have not colluded in any way. James have colluded in any way. We just happen to both use Q.
I wish I'd had lots. Lots is a
To be
really
fair,
good
when
one.
James asked about lots, it put lots in my brain. I will admit that much. But
James did not
I didn't
explicitly
say
say
the
the
word
word lots.
I said
He
you use 2 words the same. Or
They
Yeah.
didn't. I simply spotted the possibility of overlapping those
I
particular
thought of
letters.
lots or pots, but I did not think of lots.
Lots. Aha.
Mm.
I have a thing.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Andrew, Tom,
Tom and I get a point each.
congratulations.
Me too.
I can't
And
think of
now,
any jovial
how
quotations
long
right
were your answers?
Jovial quotation seems suspiciously long, but then again, jumping or voting seems quite long too.
Mine was 15.
Oh, 16, I thought.
16
Did you
for
get
me as well.
16 as well?
16 for me.
If they tie, do they both go safe?
They,
Or do they
do,
both go out?
they do both go safe.
Ooh. Dang, that kind of screws my strategy up a little. Dang.
strategy.
Okay, interesting.
What was you?
Oh, I had like 12. Mine was short.
Oh.
Okay.
Lots
So
of
going
quizzes.
into
In fact,
the...
how many letters in quizzes? Oh, quiz is 4, yes is 7.
Yeah.
How do you get 15? Count that again,
16.
James. 60. How do you get that,
16.
James? Count that again.
Lots of. So just lots is 8. Of 10 is 10. Quizzes is 6.
Did you use lots twice?
Just lots of is 10.
Oh, you added just. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I missed the just completely. I just thought you had lots of quizzes.
No, just lots of quizzes.
Hence using the J. Ah, I missed
Yes.
the
So,
opener. Well done. I had
it's
no.
actually really close, except for me. So, Tom has 13. Andrew has 11. James has 11. And I have 4.
Ooh.
I feel I may have to abandon my strategy of safety and go for using all 6 of these. It's going to be a
Well-
big and utterly abortive play.
We are going into the final round, and it is going to be double L, GR, X, RD, CE, and W. And the question is going to be something that an animal might do. Something that an animal might do. So, starting the timer. What's something an animal might do? Trying to use as many of those as you can, but not being the longest. Something an animal. We can. This is definitely a step too far for me. I'm really struggling with this one.
Mm.
Mhm. Some- Oh, 17 seconds.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, that doesn't have that in. Doesn't have that in.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
crossing that bit out.
It's not gone well, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I've basically gone an animal likes growl or do some licking.
You've done with much the same idea that I had.
I think quite a lot of different animals get grilled in Texas.
Oh, wow. That is.
However, they might get grilled by being too long in Texas.
They might. I crossed out a little end bit weirdly, but no, I didn't get to that.
I thought that they might growl loudly. Growl loudly for 3.
Growl loudly.
And a mindfully compact 11 against my previous protestation. I was going for broke. My brain failed completely, and I only got as far as 11 letters.
Thank you, and you going long.
So how many did you use? Get grilled. That's 2 of them in Texas. Is that only 3?
Yeah, I used 4.
And X. He gets the X.
Double L, GR, X, and what else?
TE.
TE for Texas.
Oh, Tex. Oh, of course, Texas. Yes. And what was yours, James?
I think I've used a lot. I used all the bonuses, but I've got quite a long one though.
I think we know the answer here.
I've got excited llama herd growls.
Excited
Llama herd growls. So growls of an excited llama herd.
Llama.
Okay.
18, 20, 19, something like that. I haven't added up Tom's.
So
But before we worry about that, let's
bonus
think
point.
about who is our favourite. Was it
Oh, yeah.
growl, licking? Was it?
An animal might get grilled. Oh my god! Get grilled in
23, I think.
Yeah.
Was it?
Growl loudly, which was unimaginative.
But very accurate. Or was
Entirely.
it?
Excited llama herd growls.
Okay.
I went for growls. I didn't see that.
I think
That's 23 letters, that one. That's quite long, isn't it?
The grammar's gone a little bit here and there as well, but I like the thought behind it.
I think I know who's my favourite answer.
Turkey's
It was
Christmas.
between
Here
Tom.
we go.
It was between 2 people. Freudian slip. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1. It's between Tom and Andrew for me. And we've got Tom, Andrew, and Bez. And
Yep.
so
I am the metaphorical turkey voting for Christmas, but I did like getting grilled in Texas.
And
I remain optimistic that it's longer than however many llamas were in James's letters.
11, 12. I've got 12 letters.
I've got 11, so I know I'm safe. It's these 2.
No, I'm definitely out. I've got loads.
How many did you have, Tom?
17.
17. Ooh, you just sneak it. So James goes out with 18 and Tom wins by accumulating mini points.
I've got about 23 I got.
Yeah, you were the longest, which is not what you want.
So yeah, that secures Tom the win, I think, by outscoring me. I think Tom gets
So-
5 and I have 3. And Tom was already 2 points up.
is on 18 points. Andrew, you're on 14. And James is on 11. And I am coming up in the last place with 7.
Hey.
And so that is a version of Q4U, which I have tried out. And yeah. What did you think of that?
It's a totally different game to having not played the intermediate versions. It's a near totally completely different game to the original.
Sure. Ignore the original. What do you think
Ignore
of
the
this
original.
game?
I think I like it. It feels like we're trying a bit too hard to contrive using the letters, and you're going to have to challenge. Like there's a couple of yours that could have been challenged on just like obscure use of punctuation. Even my colon was a little bit cheaty. I don't know. It feels like there's a grey area there. I like the overall concept, but it feels slightly tortured just trying to make.
Yeah, too many wild cards.
Too many.
You mean too many bonus cards?
Or the fact that
bonus things.
the fact you get eliminated for it being long is bad, because just if you've got a limited time, coming up with a sufficiently long and grammatically-ish correct sentence is a challenge in its own right. To know that coming up with something long also gets you disqualified is difficult. But then again,
if you're going to get voted for the best answer, at least make the best answer worth more than 1 point, because that way you're really going to want to really want to try your best to get the best answer, regardless of how long it is. Because otherwise, you're kind of punishing someone for getting the best answer, but then for getting a really long one.
Maybe there should be a bonus instead of losing if you have the longest thing. Maybe you should just get a bonus point for being the shortest. Although
that's a good thing. Yeah,
but
bonus for the shortest answer and more points for being voted the best.
Closest to 10, and then outright just the best answer. And then there's a craft in trying to use them all up neatly for the shortest answer, without the risk of being eliminated for having something impressive. I mean, maybe you still need an upper limit, nothing more than 30 letters. You can't just write War and Peace in your minute to squeeze them all in. I don't know.
I think.
Well, maybe you have like a limit on number of words. So if you've got like 4 bonuses, you can only have 4 words maximum or something.
That's interesting. Might be slightly complex. I feel we're ending up with a lot of rules for should be a relatively simple concept.
Can I ask you quickly, going round from Tom, then Andrew, then James, what was something you actually liked about this game?
I like that it built up to a difficult ending. So it was actually quite fraught trying to come up with something in the last round. I thought the first couple of rounds were really easy to fit the things in, although I didn't actually manage it in the second round. But anyway, should have been easy if my brain had been working.
What he said. Because Tom has basically just nailed my one. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it built up well to that. Yeah, it's an interesting challenge. But then lots of word games are.
James.
I like that it's over now.
Ouch!
Wow.
Harsh.
So,
I mean, it's one of those games where I find it really, I find it hard. But this is what I liked about it. I like some of the funny words you can make out of it. And I like the fact that the letters bonuses are not easy letters. I think if your bonuses were like easy combos of like obvious letters, then it would be a bit easy. I also like the way you can have multiple letters in one word, like lots, for example, with the OTTS. I like that.
And sometimes you pull out
because that made you feel clever.
You see, or if I put that word in somewhere, I've got 3 of them. Yeah,
I like it because I think it's efficiency, isn't it? It's about how can you make the minimum amount of words using the most amount of bonuses.
I found it interesting we converged a lot. There were lots of times that we used the same answers, which makes me think that I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. It's an observation.
Yeah, it feels like that's probably a bad thing because
Probably the fact that 3 of us went for growl, 3 of us went for suggests that it can converge artificially to just trying to fit the words.
Unlike MELL, where you play that MELL game, and everyone always gets a very different words using the same letter set. So this is that's an interesting observation.
I would have to play a previous evolution. My gut feeling is there's a previous evolution between today and what we played the first time that was the best version of Q for You. But I can't say that completely objectively because I didn't play.
Going back to Tom, tell me something you disliked about it.
There's I don't like the grey area of whether your phrase is going to be too out there to be allowed.
Yes, torturing the punctuation and the grammar to the point of
yeah. I suppose it might be group dependent. Like one group might say it has to be exactly grammatically
perfectly English grammar.
So yeah, it's a little bit hand wavy.
Yeah. Andrew,
I think just undue focus on the groups. It's obviously in your interest to do it, but it feels like the core of the game is using those, and everything else is a little bit arbitrary around it. It felt like all I was trying to do was use those letters, albeit I didn't do very well at it.
So you felt like there was too much focus on the bonus cards. You wanted focus on something else as well.
Yeah, be that more bonus points or higher scoring some of the other elements or something. But yeah, it felt like they dominated all of our thinking to the point that we all played Growl, for example. Or almost all of us did.
If I'd spotted it, I would have.
The only reason you didn't play it was because you didn't spot it, because it's obviously an efficient way of doing it. And because they're awkward sets of letters or unusual letters, there's going to be a relatively small number of words you can use them with. So, yeah, it feels like it's not bad, but it does feel like the scoring needs to be adjusted to downplay that and give more points for. But then again, if you just give the points for having the good answer or being funny, it becomes subjective. So it's don't know. But yeah,
might be that we go back to the 1 point per letter in the answer. Maybe that's what it really
gave you some different ways to score. So you might be thinking of scoring in this way or this way, or orthogonal scoring.
Well, I'll tell you what you could do. You could say you start off with 20 points, and every letter of your thing is like -1 from 20 or something. And so if you've got an answer more than 20 points, you get 0.
Before we go,
if you've got an answer of 10 points, you get 10 points.
10 points.
Something like that. So you got to work back from that. So you have like a minimum.
But then you lose 2
so
points.
What
to use the 2
is the problem that you're trying to address there, James? What was the thing that you didn't like about it?
The people who get the most always get 0. And I think that kind of stuff was creativity a little bit.
Coming up with the slightly longer answer isn't actually in your interest.
The other thing that I didn't like a lot was I didn't like being voted out for having a word that people didn't like, because I thought you was my friends, and I didn't like the fact that you all voted against me.
We're testing the game in its true form. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't personal. I was
I just felt like cheese crisps.
I'm not going to cry myself to bed at night over it, but yeah.
That's all right.
Food is not like a fine thing, because it feels like it's just, as Andrew said, those things are, food. So if you'd said crisps, cheese, and other food, I would have accepted that.
Oh, I should have said other food then. Oh,
then you'd have been disqualified for being the longest answer. The longest answer one sort of bites slightly.
It might have a -1 penalty instead of just cancelling.
Yeah, maybe that.
Something you want to avoid, but isn't going to ruin your day.
Yeah, or maybe it halves your points or something.
Was people talking over? I didn't like it when people talked over the countdown. So because I was trying to concentrate, and I can't think if people are making noises whilst they're counting down.
That's how you play the game, not the game rules. But yes, I would concur. Being dyslexic, I struggle hard enough to put the letters in the right order when I'm entitled to do so quietly. When other people talk, I lose all ability to do it right.
Then this is like
that's probably what happened with me here.
So for a live stream, you need to have a bit of entertainment. So
yeah, we're aiming to be funny, not necessarily to play the game to its logical.
Well, aiming is the sort of key thing here. So whether
Yeah.
we're succeeding or not is obviously another matter. But
I have no problem with not playing competitively for the. Again, we're playing it for fun, not for competition. But yes, I concur with James. If I was playing it for the purpose of winning, I would want to be quiet during the 145. But that would be 145 of us all sat here staring at the table. So it doesn't work for a stream format.
yeah, I was asking Jason if they would be up for making a sort of 2 minutes thing of
Jingle. You want like the countdown where it builds up to the diddly diddly ding, boom.
I think the problem that I have with like that sort of stuff
I feel like that would
It's
be
backing
like
over it.
is that I find music coming across very tinny on like live stream though. I find it's not like a radio, is it? It's like you get someone's like PC speakers and stuff, and it's not the best quality sound that even for
But
voice.
it depends how best can put it onto StreamYard. If it can be put into StreamYard as a separate source, it will come through clear. If it's picked up by somebody's microphone, then yes, it will be tinny.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
what
it's going to
StreamYard
be
applies.
via my microphone. I don't know any way to do that. If someone out there can
what you could do is like do like a visual magic trick or something, like a bit of a mime or pull a rabbit out of a hat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, then Bez can't play. You can probably do it with a source mixer. It's probably doable because you probably just have an OBS mixer or
even
something,
better.
line in, and mic, and it just combines them into a single stream out without putting the music through the mic in the process.
You could do like a timed 60-second sketch. So as we're doing it, you could do like a sketch, and you got.
So basically, I don't get to play. I just have to draw things.
Yeah, you have to be amusing. We have to be good at the games. You have to just be funny. That's. Yeah.
I have to draw.
Yeah.
You get 10 points if you score the point if you draw the picture every turn.
Yeah. If your picture is funnier than our answers, you
If
get
I
the point.
manage to draw a cat in 90 seconds.
No, we know you.
Yeah.
Well, you
You've
could draw a
you've
picture
practiced
of
cats
your
far too
answer.
much.
No,
So if your
I
answer
mean
was about
the
zany hopping, you could draw a picture of someone zanily hopping.
The answer from the last round. Yeah, I think we might be going off into the weeds with this one.
Maybe.
Q,
Yeah. Okay,
Q for
fair.
you. Thoughts? Possibly a bit artificial at the moment. Needs some adjustment on the scoring and weighting, I think.
Yeah. I
yeah.
agree with Andrew.
So current rule set. Would you play it again? Definitely yes. Maybe yes. Probably not. Definitely not. Everyone give a vote on the count of 3, 2, 1 for the current score. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And would you like to play it again with some tweaks? 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Was there an airplane just come in?
No, I think that was Andrew.
That might be me. That might be.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Andrew does do some very interesting.
That was a very
mouth
realistic
noises.
airplane noise. I like that.
Was it? I'm sorry. I talk to my computer when I'm working on it, and I've been not enough sleep. Too many things.
That's a really realistic
Apologies
noise.
if I'm doing it. Totally shoot me. Sorry.
I like that. Do
That
again.
feels a bit harsh. I'm not going to shoot you just because you're making noises.
I mean with a Nerf gun. If you actually come around with NATO 5.56, that's excessive. But, just some sort of.
I thought that was a really good noise. I thought it was an airplane landing in my living room.
Yeah, that's what you wanted from this stream. Then 10 out of 10 would listen again.
But if you wanted, some high energy game, well, maybe this wasn't it, but hopefully on Thursday we'll have something better for you. So moving on, we've
I need to
got
go because it's half
an
9.
intermission and James is going, but before you go, you know the rule. Tell us something you're looking forward to.
All right. I'm going to go to the trans rights protest on Saturday. I'm looking forward to helping them, supporting that. Really, I think it's a very good cause for their human rights, and hopefully it'll make a little bit of a difference. Hopefully.
Yeah, because some rights are being essentially. There was some laws that were going to make things easier on people, and that's being rolled back, which is a bit of a shame. and it feels like the world's kind of going backwards, and hopefully that can be reversed again, re-reversed, you might say, to move forwards again.
Doesn't make much sense, because there was a whole consultation about this Gender Reform Act, and there seemed to be a lot of things that they thought they would do, and then they decided not to do them. It just seems a bit like nonsensical, really.
Not being totally up to speed on such things, not due to lack of interest, but just due to lack of time that isn't spent doing my job, to be honest. What's happened is the draft legislation not delivering that which was discussed in the sort of white paper and stuff. Is that something of that nature?
Yeah, they're not recognising the equality, really. Like, Bez might explain it better than me, but
basically, so they were going to make it possible to self-identify. To basically, you can go into the toilet that you feel is appropriate to you, and that would be a legal right. That's like one of the big things that are reversing. So now basically, you need to go through lots of legal paperwork, technically based on where you want to go. The self-ID is a thing. There's, I've not read totally up on everything. It's a bit draining, to be honest.
Yeah, because that's one of the tricky ones. I can see. I have absolutely no problem with the self-identity thing, because that totally makes sense that people should be able to. But I can see the potential discomfort for just any other person, if somebody they perceive as the other gender, particularly if they are binary, if they are cis-binary. I can see their discomfort at people just being apart from anything else. It becomes an easy excuse for anybody, regardless of it being an identity issue or not, just to use any toilet they like. I can just go into the women's and just go, yeah, sorry, that's how I identify, simply because I needed to look quickly.
It never meant that you could change it day to day. It was just about
but it's going to be very hard to challenge people. Like, as soon as you have equality and you say people are entitled to have their opinion, it's going to be very hard for somebody to turn around and challenge me going into the women's and say that's not appropriate, because I might come back and say I identify as a woman. It's a source of conflict that people don't want. I can see how that can make people uncomfortable. Gender neutral toilets. Yeah, that's one where I would support gender neutral toilets. If you want cis man, cis woman, and then gender neutral, I'm fine with that. But I can see a large majority of people being made uncomfortable, which doesn't mean you shouldn't then have the rights for the smaller minority, but you have to do it very sensitively.
Honestly,
interesting.
I feel like gender neutral should just be the default. It should just be a bunch of stalls for people who want to sit down, and then a bunch of places for people who want to stand up.
Yeah, and you just put the place that is standing up at the end of the room, such that people who just want to sit down don't have to go past it necessarily. You can just go all the way down to the end and use the standy uppy bit. That would be fine. I think the problem is going to be in having a gendered space that some people feel the need for the protection of that gendered space, and then allowing people to, in their view, potentially violate that. I think would be the source of friction.
Whilst,
it sounds like something needed more consideration, and perhaps they haven't done it, and that in itself is obviously a reason to protest it and say this isn't good enough. This needs more thought.
We need to kind of be actually exploring these things and making these difficult, addressing these difficult questions. Thank you, James, for going to the protest. And that is something we're looking forward to. So with that, James, I bid you
thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Yes, enjoy the thing. Protest. Enjoy the protest. Can you enjoy a protest? I think you can. You said you would, so you can. I'm looking forward to sleep. I'll be honest. I need to catch my brain cells up and clear them of too many things. I'm looking forward to some nice relaxing sleep and losing these hiccups. Sorry.
Tom, are you looking forward to anything in particular right now?
The rest of this week, I'm off on holiday, so
oh wow!
Not at work, not like going to somewhere. So yeah, just looking forward to relaxing and playing some games and eating some nice food and exploring our local cafes.
result.
Takeaways.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I am looking forward to. I mean, I guess it's more of a hope than a really looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to all the things being sent, all the cat stickers being sent, and all the envelopes, being walked over or cycled over to the post office tomorrow. And then I will feel a strong sense of achievement.
I have completed my survey, so there you go. You can take one off your list of laggedy people who haven't caught you up.
It's not to do with people not filling in their survey. There are lots of people who filled in their survey that have not posted anything to. Because I was going through in a particular order. I started off with the people who wanted 1 sticker and then 2 stickers, and then I'm going. So ironically, the people who gave me more money waited a tiny bit longer. Just because I had to draw the custom cat cards that I was sending out first.
And I've completely botched it because I only got 1 set, and I've now waited till late in the day to do my thing. So apologies. Yeah.
You do not need to apologize. Honestly, I've had people fill out a Kickstarter survey 6 months after.
Ouch.
And I've done things like years later. It's it's like if it's in my thing, okay, I'll check. It's every few months. It's not an issue. Anyway.
Yeah.
So let's go to Free MELL.
Are we playing Super MELL Mini 12 letters, some version of? What do we call them?
Well, there's Muckle, there's Mini Muckle, and there's Micro Muckle. But those games are about making longer words.
Yes. This is about
Whereas Free MELL is completely different. Free MELL is just about making 1, 2, and 3. I should be doing the other way. 1, 2, and 3 letter words. And we are only using
12 letters.
12 cards.
So this is mini 3 MELL, in effect.
Kind of, yeah. We started off with 48 cards, and then we tried it last 2 weeks ago with 18 cards.
Yes, I played it 2 weeks ago with 18. I remember that one.
What we decided was that the last bit was the most interesting part, so it was like, well, what if we just played the last 2/3 of the game? Let's try that a couple of times and see how we get on.
I sense arbitrary vowel screwage on our horizon, because the smaller the number of cards we draw, the more likely it isn't representative of the balanced alphabet.
That is totally a possibility.
This is my theory. Not least because we need to get 3 sets, so we need an A, an I, and an O, or some variants thereof. So that's 3 of your vowels.
No, you need 2 sets. Because a set is a 1, a 2, and a 3, which makes 6.
Which makes 6. Sorry.
So the perfect score is, as it says, ideally make 2 1-letter, 2-letter, and 3-letter words for a perfect score of 20.
Okay.
If you can. So a 1-letter word is worth 1, a 2-letter word is worth 2, a 3-letter word is worth 3, and you score them off by in the corner writing 1, 2, and 3 plus and recording whenever you make a word of that length.
How many cards in the L deck have a vowel on them, out of interest?
25.
So, and we need 6, logically, at least, probably.
Yes.
So that just about works. So an average distribution of the deck should allow us to play, but a skewed one could make life difficult, but then it makes it difficult for all the players, so it's technically fair.
Yes.
It just might be frustrating. Technically, of course, you could very easily drive... Well, not very easily. It's perfectly possible to draw 12 cards and no vowels. Interesting.
But we will see what happens. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
You know the rules from before. We are going to use one of these, T or M.
We know the rules.
Write down the T or M. This is going to be the first letter of your first word. T or M. The card that is not trademarked, nor is this card copyrighted.
And even if it was trademarked, it would be totally meaningless.
Although I think I should see if I can patent the idea of having this or that on a word game. Because I think that is the unique thing about the L deck.
This or that, as in having options.
Yeah, having an option on a word game.
A Scrabble card with 2 letters on it. Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
Well, that's what's got with the cards. Can I patent it? I don't know. Moving on, after T or M, it is I or C. So you can either use the I or C as the second letter of your first word, or you can use this as the first letter of another word. You can have up to 3 words on the go at once. I or C.
I'm actually going to play this correctly this time rather than do my normal
I
thing of
see.
just trying to make all the words. I'm actually going to use the 3
I see.
lines and play them out.
Oh. D.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
we're a quarter of the way through. R or H?
Oh dear. Yes, we are.
I'm gonna
Yep.
claim O.
I'm going to claim Tor, T-O-R, for a 3-letter.
Hmm.
OH, my O, not O. O.
O-H rather, yeah, O rather than O.
O, O.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you with your O.
We've now got T or D.
Yeah.
Some really loud noises coming from you, Andrew. Lots of frustration then.
No, I actually have a use for the T. That's fine. I can
I've
it.
got topped.
In fact, I'm going to claim it because there's no way it becomes anything longer. So there you go. Tor and it.
Halfway through the game. N or B?
I'll claim in.
Okay.
It's another 2-letter word. I don't want any more 2-letter words.
No,
I'm-
you have reached saturation on 2-letter words.
I'm
Oh, so
also
there could be
claiming
left
in.
See if something else could end up after it.
Tot and in.
Like,
We are halfway through the game.
True.
N or F?
add in instead of in. I didn't.
2 N's in sequence not helpful. Okay. I feel
vowel,
this may
please.
get away from me. Yes, can we have a vowel, Bez?
R
That
or
vowel,
B?
Bez. Vowel, please, Bez. Any
I
vowel.
should have done in.
MR.
Both of us missed the possibility of double N.
I now have R, F, and N on my 3 lines. This is
I've got
this is
B, N,
suboptimal.
and H.
Yeah.
E
A
or
vowel.
K?
In E. Okay. It's not the best vowel in context, but it's a vowel.
Okay. Next we've got
Oh, for goodness
E
sake.
or P.
Okay. This might be a really bad idea, but I'm claiming fee.
I'm going to claim B.
Yep, that's equally valid. List all the words ending in EE.
And we've only got 2 things left.
And I haven't got a single letter word yet.
R or D?
Ned is a word.
N-E-D, yep, that is a word.
I'll believe you. I'm wondering if RR is something useful. It probably isn't.
And finally, S
Okay.
or B?
Oh, well, I've got an awful hand, so I'll go for 8 and call it done.
I've got
So
8
B.
as well.
Yep, it's gone badly.
Tom?
I'm having to cross out TR. I'm claiming ME as a 2-letter word. So the ones I cross out, I didn't make anything. I'm not counting that as anything.
Yep, absolutely.
3, 5, 7. I've got 9.
Oh, get Tom.
So you didn't...
None
How
of us
did you
got
make
that.
9?
Me, in, Ned, O, TR, and whatever other letter I ignored at some point.
M-E,
Oh, sorry, no. 9 letters I used. I didn't.
M-E, N-E-D,
Yeah.
T-O... What were your
ME,
words?
M-E, I-N, O-H, Those are all two-letter words, and NED, Ned.
So you had 3 2-letters and 1 3-letter.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Whereas if I had...
Because there isn't
Yeah,
stop
just-
making 3 sets, 3 lines. It's just suboptimum, but it might still be the best scoring strategy.
If I just left my in as I and my B as BE, I would have scored 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have actually scored 12, I notice, because I could have put the E by the H.
Oh, if
Yeah,
you
I
played
think-
all the cards through, there's probably a different outcome. I don't know if it's possible to get 20 off that set of cards, but it's...
I don't think it's possible to get 20, but I can see how I could have gotten 12 for sure, with
Yeah.
not
I'm not
that
su-
different.
I'm not sure if we haven't reduced it too far. It may have now gone the other way. Although I'm
Okay.
intrigued by the concept of playing what would now be 4 MELL. 18 cards, 2s, 3s, and 4s, and it's 12 for a set. Thus avoiding the inanity of trying to find single-letter words. Preserving the rush to the end and the set thing, but in a different light.
Let's
This
try...
is just a thought.
Yeah, that's an interesting consideration.
Instead of lots of
Let's-
sets, just slightly longer ones. Because originally we had 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we became 1, 2, and 3, and then we've gradually got smaller. So I'm now curious what would happen if we did 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3. But that's just an aside. We don't have to do that now. It was just a
But
thought that occurred.
let's try once more with free MELL if you're happy to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've shuffled it up. And whilst we do this, speaking of 3-letter words, dog or cat? Andrew.
Dog.
Tom.
Cat. Liam did walk in and considered jumping up, but decided against it.
No.
That's their prerogative. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and 3 plus, and we're starting off with a T or a G.
Okay. I feel T was strong. I shall persist with
I
T.
concur.
I'm going to go crazy and put a G.
Oof. Get you, you rebel.
I or C. I or C.
This looks remarkably like the start of the last game.
I see. Do you see?
I see an I, which I suspect I will want to use as an I and only as an I without using it for anything other than an I. However, I'm
Very
going to stay on the
possible.
fence until I have some further knowledge.
R or H? R or H?
Ooh, ugly.
Really? Hello? R or H?
Yeah.
TM,
Oh,
we meet
balls.
again.
I'm going to do something really stupid and take the I. I think this is probably a really stupid idea, but
I'm not sure. I'm considering doing that as well.
I've got my I, but I'm leaving it on the fence. I've got CH and then a T.
oh, you're going with TH and you're hoping for the E. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Valid. Valid.
So I'm hoping for a vowel now.
A or W?
This is acceptable.
A or W?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Oh, is everyone done? I'm finishing off the first half of the game. It is N or B.
Okay, I'll take Ran for 3 points. Or for 3.
And then put down a
I'm going to take Tab. I could have also taken Tan for 3. Okay,
In
now.
Scrabble, Tab is worth more.
Oh,
O.
Ooh.
of. Of is all you need.
Mm.
O or V?
Mm.
Got definitely a few more vowels this time, it feels like.
We've got 3. Possibly 4. I'm not sure I discarded one.
Or L.
Ooh,
Ah.
balls. That might just screw everything up again.
3-letter word.
Actually, I'm gonna not do that with that. Oh, I'm gonna claim 2. I'm gonna take the T again.
I'm going to take it. And I'm going to take O. I'm going to take both of them right now.
Hmm.
To get my first set.
I've got to say, yeah, 8th card.
4 cards remaining. E. Boom!
9th
E.
card. Okay.
Which gives me the word the.
Saw
I've
that one
got
coming.
B. I won't claim it yet. I'll wait to see if there's anything else.
E or P. Oh.
Eh.
E or
I
P.
will put another E there. So I've got B instead of B.
I'm gonna take a risk on the E and
P.
hope. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 2 to go. Okay.
It's S or B.
Well, that kind of screws it up a bit.
Wasn't ideal.
I think I might be junking one of those to my deadline, but unless MEB is a word, MEB's not a word, TEB isn't a word, TES, TES. Sounds like it might be, probably isn't.
You're always allowed to. Well, ES is a word, apparently.
Unfortunately, all my E's are connected to something else. It's an abbreviation. TES.
TES is no definition found. I just looked it up.
Listed as an abbreviation on my search, but yeah, no good. Okay, well, let's just dump that there and cross my fingers.
ES.
Yep.
And finally, S or G.
Yeah, about that.
Is a word. It's the noise you make of disapproval.
No.
In that case, that's all I've got.
So, in the final analysis, I've gotten 15.
I think I've only got 12. I think I have 10 plus the 2.
Got 13. You've got 12. Yay! I won. With tab, it, the, S, and O.
We're not allowed nouns, are we?
Yes, you're allowed nouns, like,
You
but
mean
not
like proper
proper nouns.
You
You can have cat, dog, bed, but not Sam. So, yeah, that is the game, and that is MELL. What I feel like, well, I've got strong opinions, but let me ask you, what did you think, Tom?
I think
overall.
it's a nice game, but I'd rather play it with rather more cards. I think it's gone too short for my taste.
18 might have been a sweet spot.
Yeah,
So,
it was still nice. I was engaged all the way through of making decisions.
so you both think that's 18 cards you'd like to play it?
Yes, I would rather play 18 cards 3-mel than 12 cards 3-mel. Because it gives you just that little bit longer for random chance to give you the letter you needed, or the one-word letter you needed, or so on.
So, it's, how would you feel about playing 18 card MELL right now?
I can play 18 card 3-mel right now. I can play 18 card 4-mel right now. I can play 18 card pretty much anything right now.
Yes.
Because it's only 18 cards.
Correct.
Okay, let me shuffle up. And while we're doing 18 cards MELL, pen or nib? I mean, that makes no sense, does it?
Pen, clearly. Nib is useless without pen. Pen can
Yeah.
exist without nib.
Maybe the nice word there. Nice mouthfeel.
Nib.
Nib. Nib.
Okay, so I've shuffled and dealt out 18 cards. I do not know what these 18 cards are going to be. And again, we are going to play the same game. I'll take another sheet of paper. Write 1, 2, and 3+ on the side of your paper. And remember, for anyone watching, that as soon as you have made one of your words, you are allowed to start a new word in its place. You've basically got 3 lines upon which you can make words simultaneously. And we're trying to make perfect sets. Each word is worth as many points, but if you make a perfect set of 1, 2, and 3, you get 4 bonus points, and we'll see how it goes. A maximum score of 30. Starting off with N or H. Do you want N or H to be the first letter of your first word?
No. No, I don't.
Well, you have to choose one. The choice is
Horrible.
now. Here now. It's N or H.
Not happening.
Oh dear.
Fine. I
And
guess
O
I'll
is,
take
of course,
O.
one of the one-letter words, but you could also use it as the second letter of your first word. O or D. If everyone's ready, the third card is N or Z.
Really?
You could be super fancy and go for the Z.
I've got 3 first letters. Hon.
Same as me, Hon.
I have made an error.
Okay.
E or W. Ew.
I will take E to make hoe, as in the implement.
Sounds good. Next card is I or B. I'm going to score he, H-E, as a 2-letter.
I'm just gonna score O with a 1 letter.
I'm not going to score anything.
A or L. We are now 1/3 of the way through the game. I'm scoring I as a 1-letter. So make space.
Is na, N-A, a word?
It is.
I thought it might be. In which case, I will score na for a point. For a 2.
I will take I for another 1-letter word. I'm doing 5 1-letter words.
I'm holding my eye against options.
Got A or M.
7
A or M. Got quite a few more vowels this time.
We do. The vowels have been extensive.
We will see how we get on towards the end of this game. A or M. I think, therefore, I am going to move on to the next card. Is everyone ready? E or M. I'm going to cross off na for my second 2-letter.
Hem for a 3-letter.
I'm going to take am for a 2-letter. I think I am.
A or P.
Ah, another A. Interesting. Got the opposite problem now.
Applaud the A's.
A's are popular.
S or B.
I hate that card in this game. It's just... I feel like I should like it, and it just always seems awkward.
Yeah, actually,
It's
when you're
surprisingly difficult, because you can't pluralize in this game properly.
Yeah, there's very few 2-letter nouns. The only thing that ends in an S that I can think of right now is it's.
Interesting. Not quite sure what to do with that. I think I shall play it there.
I'm going
This is a
to
bit of a decision that
score an
screwed
A
me.
as a one letter and start off.
Yeah, I'm tempted,
Word
but I'm not
with.
going to just yet.
Next, we've got an S or a C.
Mm.
Some
Ugly.
frustration over there.
Claim as.
Claiming it as a Mac. A raincoat.
I'm going to claim is,
That makes sense.
which gives me too many two. I've got 3 2 letters, so that's my quota of 2 letters.
Yep.
Is
3 is how many you want to have.
correct. Oh, we're going to take another
or
S.
G.
Ugh.
Put the G and make nag.
I'm just going to take A as a single letter word and get a new A, which gives me a set.
You can't put O, but you still have to put down S or G as the first letter.
Oh, yes.
So
Sorry,
I've chosen
I've got an
G.
S and an A on my pad, and I've confused myself. S or G? That's horrible. I'll take the G, I guess. I hope, maybe.
So, going on,
6, 7, 8, 9,
E
10.
or Y?
E or Y?
E or Y? A? You ready?
No. Yes.
Okay. E or P? E or P? And we've got 4 cards left, just to let everyone know. I'm
having Gee, as in the exclamation. Gee. I'm totally having that.
Is that a word? G-E?
G-E-E is.
Okay, with Mr. Card.
Oh, yeah, that is totally a word.
So I'm having G-E-E as a word. And I have selected an I. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. 3 cards to go.
I'm going to use an O as a single letter, just so I can put an I in its place.
This seems reasonable.
We've got 3 cards to go.
1, 2, 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, so we do.
T or G? Boom.
T or G?
T or G? And with that, I make get.
Okay.
So that's my second set. N or B?
Ow. Balls. I'm just going to scrap that. I'm going to scrap that too. I think I might be better off just holding to what I've got.
Just double checking Ben, as in like Ben Nevis.
1,
They were
2, 3,
climbing.
4,
Yep.
5, 6,
It's valid. It says as in they were climbing the Ben.
13,
That is
14.
my third 3 letter. And for the final card of the game is O or V. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh,
I'll take the O.
oh wait.
I'll score the A. I'll take the O. I'll score the O. I'll score my I.
No,
A,
I.
O, I. And I have to scrub the L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I've got 2. I've got 2 on the board. I've got 1. I haven't. 2 I haven't used. 1 on the board. I have to scrub. Okay.
So just to let you know, out of curiosity, this is really weird. I looked it up in a website called scrabblewordfinder.org, I put up IO, which it says, yes, it's valid in these dictionaries, but then it's a proper noun. A maiden seduced as Zeus when, and also the closest of Jupiter's moons. It has active volcanoes. IO. So it feels like it should not be allowed. I'm a bit confused there.
Let me see what Collins says on the subject of IO. Pardon me. The internet domain name for the British Indian Ocean Territories. A maiden loved by Zeus. The innermost of 4 Galilean satellites of Jupiter. The chemical symbol for Ionium. A noun, American same usages of. American same usages of. Same usages. That's it. So it would appear to be a noun.
A proper noun.
Proper noun, yes, of a unique individual or planet.
Yeah, in which case it doesn't work, but I can do I as a single letter and an O as another single letter.
Indeed, which is what I did.
So
I have 23.
I've got 26.
Woo.
By using them all, not managing to make my final 2-letter, but I did manage to make
A
2
surplus
1-letters
of
instead.
yeah. I had to bin 3 letters, which didn't exactly help.
What about you, Tom? Did you manage to get the perfect score?
No, I think I skipped a card somewhere.
Oh,
That won't help.
I can't help, but anyway, I got nearly.
so you got 24.
And I had a P left over.
I thought 23 was quite good for a moment there.
It was. You were on.
Yeah, it proves that. I mean, we had a silly run of vowels there actually, so it doesn't really prove anything. But from the 12 card game where none of us managed to make a set to that game where everybody made at least 1 set, and in fact, most of us made 2 sets. We all made 2 sets.
Doesn't everyone make 2 sets? I made 2 sets.
Yeah, but that may have just been the vowel proliferation. I'm not sure. Hard to say.
I mean, it does occur to me that maybe MELL just isn't that good a game. I mean,
I like 3MELL. It's the right size. I think you either appreciate it or you don't. I'm not sure everybody would like 3MELL.
I think I like it, but I'm getting to the point where, I don't. Maybe it's kind of the same as Micro Muckle. I kind of start to be fair, I've played them more than anyone else. I've also played Micro Muckle with my family a few times, like generally once a week since lockdown. And I've played, it's a couple of times with housemates. And I just find that at this point, it starts to become a bit lucky, if you know what I mean. Whereas I like good old-fashioned Muckle, not the roll and write style Muckle, just, when I'm with my cards and I've got the entire deck and then I feel, okay, I can really try to make the longer words. But I feel like mini Muckle for me is probably around where I feel like it's testing my linguistics, if you know what I mean.
Remind me which one Mini Muckle is. The
Mini Muckle is 24 cards.
Yeah.
You are allowed to use as many lines as you want, but each line that you use is -1 point, and your top 1 word, your longest 1 word, is doubled.
Yes, whereas I've played the version that has you've got 4 lines and you double the 2 longest or something.
Yeah, and it's only 4 words. It's not even 4 lines. It's 4 words.
4 words. Right. Yeah, I like all of them. I mean, to be fair, this one, 3MELL, it's so small and simplistic that playing it repeatedly probably isn't going to make it enjoyable. It's a fun little game, but once you've done it, a few times, you've kind of done it. Which doesn't invalidate it as a game, but I can imagine that having played it as many times as you have, it's getting a little bit thin.
Yeah.
I would like to try 4MELL sometime. I'm just curious if 4MELL would be drastically different, but that's just a curiosity more than anything else.
I mean, one nice thing about 3MELL, because I was thinking it's kind of just a little bit different, because we've ended up playing a lot of Micro Muckle at the end of our Thursday nights, and I was thinking, okay, could 3MELL be a new Thursday night game? I mean, how do you feel about it, Tom and Andrew? With 18 cards, how... Give me a rating. 3, 2, 1, show. Okay.
Why does Tom have 2 thumbs?
Tom has one thumb on the side.
Does that what does that mean? Have I missed something? I thought you just did 1 thumb. And
no, it's
I just
out
did the angle.
of 2. It's 2 thumbs,
Oh.
1 thumb. It's a rating scale from -2 to +2.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
1, 0.
I missed this.
Would you give it?
Yes, that. Yeah.
So you'd give it 1 out of.
Yes. I'm positive, but not overly positive. That one.
Okay.
I quite like the long version with 24 cards, but I mean, to be fair, I think anything between sort of 18 and 30 is playable. The more cards you play it with, the more surety you've got that you will eventually see the right cards to make the 1-letter words, among other things. I think the 1-letter words remain my frustration. I feel like I'm either wasting a vowel when I needed it somewhere else, or when I don't get it when I need it, it's just I didn't get to make A, I, or O. Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing the same thing no matter how many cards you've got. It's just with a 12-card thing,
I think that's where 4MELL comes from.
Mercy of the luck rather than you doing something, you earning those.
I think that's where 4MELL is sitting in my brain. Is 4MELL feels like you have to craft some words and make some sets, whereas 3MELL seems like you're just arbitrarily at some point you know you've got to use up some A's, I's, and O's to make arbitrary little words to make the set. And I get that the game is about collecting the set, so that's not necessarily invalid, but it almost spoils the use of those letters in some way for me, I guess. I don't dislike it, but I'm very conscious that A, I, and O are just means to an end. I need to collect 3 of them during the game.
So 2, 3, 4 you think might be more about wordcraft?
I think... Well, like again, it's an idea. I have a gut instinct that 4MELL might be the optimum between just enough word crafting and just enough set crafting to be
So then it would
niche,
be
but you'd have to play it with
18 or 27, depending on whether you want there to be 2 or 3 sets possible.
Yeah, and I suggest the set would then be worth 12 points, because you'd get 9 points just from the base.
+3 doesn't feel like enough. I would almost be tempted
15.
to do it +6.
Yeah. I mean, again, to be honest, balanced the scoring after playing it a few times and seeing how the scoring breaks down. My gut tells me it obviously shouldn't be 10.
Hell no.
Yeah, it becomes insufficient motivation. But yes, it might be that +6 for 15 for a set is giving you the optimum score being 30 or 45 might well be the thing.
Yeah,
the hitchhiker in me wants it to be plus whatever is needed to make 42. 3's into 42. 21. Yeah, something.
Each set
only works with the 3 14s. Yeah, so it would be +5. Yeah,
14. Okay. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would actually, but then adding up 14s is kind of a bit annoying and weird.
Yeah, I think 30 and 45 plays better for most
people.
Like
if 42. It was a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy themed game, then sure, we would absolutely get all over that. But
yeah, I think probably playing to 30 or 45 with 8 or for 30 or 45 being the optimum from 18 or 27 cards would work better. But I would be curious to try that. Maybe next time, instead of we doing a 3MELL, we should try a 4MELL as a test and see how we feel about a 4MELL. But only if you like.
It feels like 3MELL is out. So which do you prefer out of 3MELL and Micro Muckle? Tom?
Oh, God, I have to try and remember. I need to do a side-by-side comparison. Micro Muckles, you're making many
4 words and doubling the longest 2. Feels like this Thursday we'll probably do Micro Muckle again, but after this Thursday, I feel like if you feel like it's good enough, it feels like 3MELL works as a Thursday game, and then we'll have like the longer game, and then we'll do 3MELL potentially to finish off sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I think between the two of them, I slightly prefer Micro Muckle, but this isn't far behind, and it.
I'm the same. I would lean towards Micro, but not by a huge amount. I would rather play each alternately than both repeatedly.
Okay, well, that's really useful. So let's call this the official promotion of MELL.
Ooh.
So, and we've
Fringe
decided,
call, but yep, MELL gets out of Tuesday. Wow.
so we've decided that it's 18 cards. Those are the final rules for MELL. It is fixed. There are no more changes to be made.
Wow.
The maximum score is 30. There you go. Despite what it says at the bottom.
I mean,
You heard it
So-
here first.
Having tried it, yeah, because this is where games get tested. This is where we try new games. And so we've tried it with 12 cards. We tried it with 12 cards. It wasn't quite working. We tried it with 18 cards, and it's just working a tiny bit more satisfyingly, because making those sets, which is what you're trying to do, it's satisfying when you get to actually make your sets. And so, hooray! Congratulations, MELL. And
for
thank
MELL
you.
might still be Tuesday trials.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
One
try
vacancy
that.
now open.
So, finishing up for the night, basically, it's been, as always, lovely having you over. And, yeah, winding down now. Something that we're looking forward
We
to.
did that one. We did that at halftime. What do we normally
Oh,
do?
yeah.
What do we normally do at halftime? I want to say we normally look forward to something at the end, so we normally do something else in the middle. On Thursdays,
Normally,
it's
in
competition
the
time.
middle, it's kind of something that we've enjoyed recently. It's a
And we did that at the start. I'm sure we normally have something we have a like nice chronological something we enjoy at the start, something we look forward to at the end, and we do something else in the middle. And on Thursdays it's competition time, but on Tuesdays it's not.
competition time is at the start and the middle and the end on Thursday.
This is true, but we recap it. We recap it on Tuesdays, don't we? Whereas on this one, on Thursdays, the other tea day that we play this game on.
If you have been watching along, then we always like it when people comment and share and like or follow.
We
And
do shameless self-promotion of Bez, stuff by Bez, stuff by Bez, stuff by Bez, things by Bez, because we aren't allowed stuff by Bez on Facebook, and the other one.
although Alan Outson has said that Facebook has changed their things, I need to investigate this. I need to spend a bit of time, maybe tomorrow night.
To find
Oh,
out
that's
if you can be stuff by Bez again.
Mm.
In all
Well, I
senses.
never was. But daily hope / ambition. Yeah, I am hoping that wherever you are, you are staying safe, you're staying sane, and you're staying strong, and just kind of not doing whatever, not being wishy-washy, not going with the flow. Because if you don't have strong lines in the sand, if you don't say, hey, these are my boundaries, then people will push all over you. And you need to say, okay, for yourself, don't just do something because it's legal. Just because something's legal to do, it doesn't make it okay. It's legal for me to call someone very rude names, but it doesn't mean that it's nice. It doesn't mean that it's well advised. And so, yeah, that is my daily hope and ambition, that everyone stays morally strong and also safe and sane.
Wow. That sounds like a great ambition.
Yeah, just very high something.
Yeah.
I normally limit myself to staying myself sane, and even that it's a 50-50 shot. I mean,
Well, if what I'm going to hope, I'm going to actually reach out there. And so
global aspirations.
World peace.
we've
World
got
peace. Yep.
the links down at the bottom. So if you look at it coming, it is stuffbybez.com, twitter.com/stuffbybez, instagram.com/stuffbybez, twitch.tv/stuffbybez, facebook.com/thingsbybez, or you can email me on stuffbybez@gmail.com.
I had the gist. It's 3 stuff by Bez's, things by Bez, and stuff by Bez again, because Facebook is weird.
Yes.
There you go.
And the next stream is going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be my 60-second daily live stream.
This is
So-
the Bezzy breakfast leather.
Board
and
game bladder.
board game
Yeah.
leather. There's an extra B in there that I missed.
And tomorrow I'm going to be blathering about the Busy Breakfast Board Game Bledder. So I'm actually going to be bleddering after 2 months of doing it. It's a bit meta. I'm going to talk about how it's gone. I wish to keep doing it, but in exactly what manner? How do I wish to tweak the formula? What will happen over the next month? Let's discuss it. Let's discuss how I can improve. Because sometimes it's good to not just do something because you've just been constantly doing it, but take a little step back and say, am I enjoying it? What parts am I enjoying? Are you enjoying it? What parts are you enjoying? And I realise that we've never actually done that for this thing, but hopefully you are.
We keep turning up, so it must be good.
And it is lovely to see you both here. And I guess that is all we have left to do, unless you two have something that you wish to close off with.
No, I am not feeling profound. I need a haircut. I look forward to getting a haircut sometime, but we're not quite there yet.
Tom?
Nope. I think you said it all. I can't really compete with. I hope the world gets
peace.
hyper.
No, just stay strong, stay safe, stay sane. Bye,
Yes.
bye, bye, bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.